Привіт, I'm Chuck Olenek. I'm a Ukrainian-American baptized with the name Yaroslav, and in the Society for Creative Anachronism, I'm known as Yaroslav the Persistent. So I've been doing a lot of research on Slavic folklore and mythology and customs and history, and I like to share the information on my YouTube channel to kind of help develop or help people develop an Eastern European persona. So I'm working on this video, and really what I'm doing at the same time is I'm doing war prep for the Great Western War in Caid, where I live. And so I have to get ready for a week of very serious revelry in addition to the fighting. So that means the vodka that I've been infusing all summer, I'm bottling up. Here's to hoping that I have enough to meet the demands. But if anything, I'm a river unto my people. Okay, that's going to bring us to some very specialized characters out of folklore. They're incredibly specialized demons. Demons that are oddly specific. They go after drunk people. I first saw the word Pereplut listed as a Slavic goddess of drink and changing fortunes. I'd been hearing the word, growing up, my parents telling me something, using it, and you get kind of the idea that this involves confusion, like you're working on something and you just got lost, and I'd hear that name. So, but a little bit of digging shows that she, goddess, or it, because I guess she's now being thought of as a demon, appears on a list of gods and demons from like a 12th century Ruthenian interpretation of the word of Saint Grigory. By the way, Ruthenian, that's an exonym used for Ukrainians and especially Belarusians. So we don't call ourselves that. All right. And that may have come about by misinterpreting what was being copied and translated. And there's a mention of spinning and drinking, because those two really go together. And the spinning and drinking were probably traces of magical rituals with elements of dance and, well, libation. Okay, so Ukrainians and Belarusians, they decided that one goddess or demon of drunkenness was enough. The Poles decided, look, let's up the ante. And so they have 3. Bandureks. I remember their name because it sounds like bandura, a musical instrument. Bandureks were demons that liked to lurk on a road near an inn, and they'd wait for their victims, which would be drunk people attempting to get home. And initially, Bandureks are gonna pretend to be helpful spirits, and they're gonna offer to help the drunk person to get home by producing lights to show the way. And the drunk follows because, well, there's a proverb that says drunkards know no danger. But when the Bandureks managed to get the attention of the drunk, they would lead him or her astray into the woods as far from the village as possible, and then they would attack their victim, either hit or tug, or beat them up, laugh at them, which seems appropriate. The next demon fits in with that proverb that my dad taught me. The church is near, but the road is icy. The tavern is far, but I will walk carefully. Piwoszeks, they're similar to Bandureks. They're also going to hang out in the same areas. They're waiting for victims that are on a road, but it's not from the inn, it's to the inn. So Piwoszek is going to be more proactive with its victims. It's going to jump on the shoulder and settle under the collar of the shirt or jacket and start to talk to its victims into stopping by the inn. It's kind of like the little devil that's up on your shoulder telling you to do the bad stuff. When Piwoszek manages to get a person to enter the inn, now there's the pressure drinking. Go on, have another. You want another beer. By the way, piwo is beer in Polish. Okay, so after drinking all the beer, the Piwoszek would make the drunk person get into fights, which in the best case, the drunk gets hurt, or the drunk wins. In the worst case, the drunk gets killed. Did that guy in the last picture look familiar? The third Slavic demon of the drunks was Gnieciuch. Contrary to Bandureks and Piwoszeks, who waited for their victims by the road, Gnieciuch waited at the drunk's home. The demon would feed off the drunken person's life force, which it sucked out of the victims while they were sleeping in an alcoholic stupor. Gnieciuch sat on the chest or the belly of the drunk and kneaded the flesh to get the life out of it. You know, sort of like a cat kneading your lap. There were a few ways to ward off the attacks of Gnieciuch or other alcoholic demons, but probably the best one was avoiding excessive drinking. So, before I go and continue packing for Great Western, I'm going to leave you with 2 more Slavic proverbs to think about. Who drinks to the bottom lives without mind, and revelry is jolly, hangover is heavy. Budmo.